Greetings everybody and welcome back to episode 23 of Extreme Evocast, an all-purpose Pokemon podcast where we talk about news, trivia, and everything related to Pokemon. If you're listening to this on the day of release, I apologize for the delay. There have been quite a lot of problems going on. Not problems necessarily, some of them problems, some of them just things going on, like college. If you notice that the sound is a little bit different, maybe if you're a longtime fan and you've heard this sound before, this sort of sound quality before, you know it's because I'm back at my dorm. I'm in the same dorm that I was when I first started this podcast. Or not when I started the podcast, I'm in the middle of the podcast, sometime during then. So I am in a new place, so the background noise might sound a little different. And another problem is that my computer has been crashing quite a lot. It's been freezing, it's been crashing, it's been doing some funky stuff. I've taken a lot of measures to fix it. Even earlier today, I tried cleaning it out, which is actually why I'm even recording this episode way later than I wanted to, because I obviously couldn't record an Evocast episode until I fixed my computer freezing randomly. So... You know, I tried cleaning it out. I literally opened the entire computer and, used some air and cleaned out the fans. And I did like a big, long diagnostics test on my computer and it detected nothing wrong. And I'm scared that it's just going to crash in the middle of this episode and I'm going to lose all the footage or all of my progress for recording this episode. So who knows, this episode might even not come out this week. I have no idea what the deal is going to be. But if you're listening to this right now, then everything's fine and everything. And I was able to upload this episode on time, or a day later than I wanted to, unfortunately. So welcome everyone. So yeah, that's what's been going on. So like I said, sorry about the delay. I'm also like really sick. So if I sound groggy or I sniffle at all, it's just icing on the cake. Things haven't been going too well for me recently with my computer crashing and all, and me being sick and having to delay this episode and record it late at night. But it's okay. Everything's fine. I just want to get this episode out for you guys, for everyone who listens, and have a good time recording this episode because we have a lot to talk about. This is Let's Talk Galar episode, who knows, 4, 5, I think, maybe? I'm not sure. I'd have to check. If you know the episode title, you know what part it is. I know it's episode 23. I don't know what episode of Let's Talk Galar it is. I think it's number 5, because we are talking about new things that have happened in the Galar region, new updates coming to Pokemon Sword and Shield in the Nintendo Direct that was like 2 weeks ago. So yeah, it's been a while. I know it's been a while, and I know it's a little bit of a delay in talking about it. But like I said last episode, that's just sort of how this podcast functions. I only do it twice a month. So every 2 weeks. So unfortunately, sometimes I might talk about things a little bit later than they come out. And like what happened last time with the Direct happening, like 2 days after Evocast was supposed to come out, I'd not be able to talk about it until now. And also one more thing before we get started. I know it's already like 4 minutes in the episode and I haven't even talked about anything yet. I apologize. I said I've been hyping up these last few episodes that this episode was going to be my year anniversary for Evocast. And my reasoning behind that was I upload 2 a month, right? There's 12 months in a year. Episode 24, or that means 24 episodes in a year. And because this episode is technically the 25th episode, because we've had 2 half episodes, and this is episode number 23, this episode would be number 25, and that means that it would be one after 24 episodes, so that would be the year anniversary, right? Well, I did my math wrong, and I forgot that months aren't the same length, and I was totally off, and actually, next episode of Evocast will be the anniversary, the 1 year anniversary for Evocast. Next episode is going to be the last episode in that 24 episode, or not even 24, because it doesn't even work that way. In my year cycle, and then the next episode will be the 1 year anniversary, which I have something special prepared. Nothing too special, but something special nonetheless. Anyway, let's get right into it. Let's start talking about these things. We have quite a few things to talk about today. We have a few bits of news coming right here. Things that have happened in the last 2 weeks that haven't been the big bits of news. Nothing really that super insane. Like, there was Pokemon Twilight Wings, a web anime series that's going on the Pokemon YouTube channel, which I have not watched yet. So I will update you on how I feel about that next time, because I do not have the time to watch it right now. How long is it? Oh, it's only 6 minutes long. But I will watch it next time. I'm sorry for the delay. I know a lot of people have been excited about Pokemon Twilight Wings, but for now, I'm not going to focus on that. I'm just going to talk about something else. But it is a thing that's happening. Apparently it's very, very good, and I'm very, very excited about. Very excited to watch it, because it's sort of a Pokemon Generations style thing about the Galar region with characters from the Galar region and all that stuff. And apparently it's very good. It's just like a story of things happening in the Galar region, and the animation and the art looks really, really good for it, and I'm very, very excited to watch it. There's been some Pokemon Go things. There are some new raids coming, or that have happened in the past. There was a Heatran one that was happening a little while ago, and now Latias and Latios are coming back to raids January 24th, which is 2 days from now, to January 27th. Latios and Latias will appear at both level 5 raid bosses in addition to Heatran. That's pretty cool. Registration for the next online competition is now open in Pokemon Sword and Shield's Versus options. This competition, the Galar Newcomers, is a double battle competition that only allows Pokemon that were discovered in the Galar region, as well as Galarian forms. It will not allow Zacian or Zamazenta, and you can use Gigantamax Pokemon. Registration is open now until January 23rd, so tomorrow, which is not applicable anymore, obviously, because this episode will be coming out tomorrow. Battles will run from January 24th to January 26th, so pretty much the same time as the raids, Latios and Latias raids. There's going to be a little Reviewity Day sort of segment. I'm kind of turning it less from a segment into just sort of a thing that I talk about. This Community Day that was happening soon was the Piplup Community Day. I was not able to attend because I was getting all set up for college and stuff, and I was still at home when it was going on, and I had no opportunity. But thankfully, now that I'm back in college, I should be able to actually participate in the community days that have been happening. The Piplup Community Day was this weekend. I was supposed to say yesterday. Piplup, Shiny Piplup, Hydro Cannon, 25% Egg Distance, 3-hour Lure Modules, blah blah blah. This already happened. Not sure what they're gonna do next. I think they've already done all of the Sinnoh starters. So I don't know what they're gonna hop into. Actually, something to think about. Ooh, excuse me. Whatever they do, I'm very excited to see what they do. But Reviewity Day will be a little bit more important. Whenever now that I'm back at home, now that I'm back at college, I should be able to actually do things in community days. Actually, there is a thing. Oh, okay. Actually, hold on a second. I didn't see this. Niantic have announced that the next Pokemon Go Community Day on February 22nd, but this comes with a twist. On February 1st, you will be able to vote for the Pokemon you wish by completing unique field research that will appear on every Pokestop throughout February 1st. The winner will be the option that has the most research completed and will be announced on February 3rd. The options are as followed. Vulpix, Machop, Rhyhorn, or Dratini. So it looks like they're giving us a choice this time. Maybe they're running out of ideas. Maybe they're running out of Pokemon to do until they release. No, because Univist came out. I don't know why they're doing this, but I'm happy for it. They're letting us choose what, well, not choose, out of a list that they kind of compile together. They're letting us choose, but still, they're giving us a choice, and that's always a good thing. So I'm excited. I'm gonna actually do that. So yeah, that's gonna happen in between this episode and next episode. So yeah, actually, that's hype. Now we can choose. Maybe we'll do that in the future more. We can choose what sort of community day Pokemon we want to happen. That's pretty fun. I'm happy for that. That pretty much does it for the news. There's some live events for Pokemon Go coming. Taiwan Lantern Festival, Pokemon Go Safari Zone at St. Louis, Pokemon Go Safari Zone in Liverpool, and Pokemon Go Safari Zone in Philadelphia. But I'm not really going to go there. The tickets are coming soon. But other than that, that pretty much concludes, excuse me, the news section for today. Sorry, I'm recording this pretty late at night. And like I said, I've been sick all day, so I'm kind of tired. So excuse my sniffling and yawning. But before we get into the main event, I would like to do sort of a smaller main event and talk about Pokemon Mystery Dungeon DX, Rescue Team DX. Because if you haven't been able to tell, that's what this whole episode is about. The things that were revealed in the Nintendo Direct last 2 weeks ago. Jeez, it really has been that long, hasn't it? And with this, we're going to talk about the new Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra. Wow, it took me a long time to remember what that was. But Mystery Dungeon DX is a thing that's happening, is a thing that is kind of already going on. The thing, though, I am saving it. I haven't played the demo. I know it's probably not good for me being a Pokemon podcaster, doing not playing a game, not playing the demo of a game when it comes out, because I'm sure that people would be curious about how I feel about it and what I think about it, and I should theoretically, do it. But the thing is, I'm prioritizing being a streamer over this podcast, and I am going to wait until the game comes out because I want to stream it. So I'm going to be doing that. So I'm not going to, I know I could just play the demo, but I want the entire game to be my first thoughts. I want the entire thing to be blind. I don't want to play the demo first as much as I want to. I want to get my full thoughts out when the game comes out. So I'm not going to be playing the demo, unfortunately, so I don't really have much to say about that specifically, but what I will say is that I'm very, very excited about this game, and wow, I was not expecting them to do that. I did say, excuse me, in the last episode that they would be doing people suspected they might be doing a new Mystery Dungeon, but I don't think anyone suspected they were doing a remake of a Mystery Dungeon. It looks amazing. The art style looks amazing. I love it. I seriously think it looks so good. It's pretty much a full remake as far as I can tell. I don't think there's anything, obviously a few quality of life changes. I don't think there's anything drastically different to the actual game. If there is, I don't know about it yet. But from what I've heard, apparently it's just pretty much a true remake or an HD remaster, and I'm so excited about this. I can't wait to play it. I can't wait for it to come out in March or so. And like I said, I am prioritizing streaming it over anything else. So you can catch that live on twitch.tv/Lillieceon when the time comes. I'm probably going to be playing at midnight release, all that stuff, So if you're interested in that and you also just want to follow me on Twitch, that is my Twitch. I'll also be uploading the highlights to YouTube, youtube.com. My channel is Lillieceon. I was going to do youtube.com/Lillieceon, but that's not how YouTube works. I'm Lillieceon on YouTube. Everything else, all of my social media is Lillieceon. Patreon, Twitter, all that stuff. Anyway, plugs aside, I don't really have anything else to say much about Pokemon Mystery Dungeon DX because I haven't played it, and I don't plan on playing it until the actual game comes out. So what we are going to do is talk about, or we're going to actually switch over to a quick segment, Random Pokemon of the Week, everybody's favorite segment, where we talk about a random Pokemon every week, every episode, sorry. I always make that mistake. And I promise we'll get into the Isle of Armor and Crown Tundra stuff real soon. Right after this, I want to do this early so we can do Move Tutor at the very end and talk about the main stuff in between. But this episode's Pokemon is Dartrix. Dartrix is a dual-type grass-flying Pokemon introduced in Generation 6. It is, of course, just 7, sorry, jeez. Can't read Roman numerals correctly, apparently. Dartrix is, of course, Rowlet's evolution, one of the starters, the second stage starter Pokemon. It evolves from Rowlet starting at level 17 and into Decidueye starting at level 34. It is the Blade Quill Pokemon. It has Overgrow, like every grass starter, and Long Reach as its hidden ability. Again, like every other starter, it has an 87.5 male, 12.5% female ratio, a 1 in 8 for females. It is 2 foot 4, or 0.7 meters, 35.3 pounds, 16 flat kilograms. Dartrix, I like Dartrix. See, I'm pretty sure I say that about every Pokemon, but I like Dartrix. It's, like being a second stage starter Pokemon, it's forgettable. Or at least not as popular. Of course, Decidueye is really cool. Decidueye is, unfortunately... Jesus Christ. Excuse me. But Decidueye is, of course... Well, not of course. My least favorite of the 3 fully grown starters. But I do like Rowlet. Don't get me wrong. Just because it's my least favorite doesn't mean I don't like it. I think that it's a good change. I think it's a good, level of change. Nothing too off, nothing too sporadic about Dartrix. Honestly, it's just Dartrix. I really like Dartrix's design though. It's like a, like an edgy teenager with the bang going over the eyes. It makes a lot of funny facial expressions in game too. It's cute. It's a barn owl. I like its design a lot actually. It's because Rowlet is sort of, just like an orb. And Decidueye, of course, is pretty cool with the hood and stuff, but Dartrix is unique in its own way, and I'm glad they did that. They all feel very unique in their own way, which is something I'm thankful for. Dartrix is the only evolved form of a starter Pokemon to have its secondary type changed upon evolution. Right, of course, because it's grass flying and it changes into... Grass Ghost. Is Rowlet grass flying too? Rowlet is also grass flying. Litten is just fire, and Poplio is just water, and Rowlet is grass flying. I didn't know that actually. I forgot that Rowlet was also flying. That's interesting. Sort of like the Bulbasaur, because like Charmander, Squirtle are fire and water, and Bulbasaur, of course, is grass poison. It's interesting that Rowlet gets a little bit of special treatment being part flying type. That's pretty cool. And, Dartrix is also grass flying, and then Decidueye becomes Grass Ghost. Fun. Nothing really else to say about Dartrix. I mean, I'm not going to go over its Smogon page because it's not applicable in competitive Pokemon, really, because it's not a first stage, so it doesn't really have access to the Little Cup, and it's not a fully formed, so it's not really very good. I guess I'll go over its base stats: 78 HP, 75 attack, 75 defense, 70 special attack, 70 special defense, and 52 speed. Sort of just like a decline down across the board. Also has a total of 420. Very nice. A lot of Pokemon have a base stat total of 420. Nice. The weed number, of course. Last but not least, I suppose Dartrix is shiny. That was a weird way of saying Dartrix. Dartrix's shiny form. You know, I actually don't really know much about what Rowlets look like. Let me look at Rowlets and Decidueyes and compare them. Rowlet is green with blue feathers. I forgot about that. Decidueye is pretty much the same. Sort of a dark teal. Red hoodie, red face, and like black gown. That's pretty cool, actually. Same colored body. And in the middle, Dartrix gets a black gown, of course, too. Same color as Decidueye, also sort of like a dark blue, actually. It's not really black, it's more of a dark blue. White gown, same color feet, maybe a little bit different, and sort of a tealish, not as dark of a teal as a Decidueye, but sort of a teal, sort of in between with Rowlet. It's a good color scheme. Honestly, if they did this color for Dartrix normally, I wouldn't really bat an eye. I mean, teal leaves would be weird, of course, but like, it doesn't look bad. It actually looks really good. Sort of a hot take. Dartrix's shiny is very good. So is Rowlet's. Rowlet's is really good, but I have something for Dartrix is nice. Dartrix really does feel like an in-between between Decidueye and Rowlet. I mean, I know it's supposed to, but like, and even then, even being unique, even its shiny is unique. You know, it doesn't have the same colors as the other two. It has sort of a little bit, sort of a difference. And also, Dartrix's beak gets a little more red. The orange of the beak gets a little more red, which is cool. I like it. And I guess his feet also gets red too. A little more red too. It's hard to tell because it's so small, but his feet definitely do change the color. I'm going to rate this an 8 out of 10. That's not bad. It's pretty darn good, actually, if I do say so myself. I like it. Okay. And moving on to the biggest topic of today's episode, the what's it called? The Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra. I'm going to read a few things off of Cerebi, sort of as an introduction. If you missed the direct or you haven't heard of it yet, where have you been? Living under a rock? But still, I'm going to talk about it. This is coming off of Cerebi. I know that everyone's pretty much heard of what this is, but if you haven't somehow, I'm going to go over a little introduction. Sort of also to remind myself, because it's been a while, maybe to remind you as well. This is coming from Cerebi.net. Thank you, Cerebi, again, for providing pretty much everything this podcast has to offer. Pokemon Sword and Shield are the first main series Pokemon games in history to add downloadable content that provides new features with classic Pokemon. This DLC costs $26.99 euros and $29.99. I got very confused what that was. And $29.99 USD as an expansion pass, and provides 2 large pieces of content. Players who buy the expansion pass can fully interact with players without the expansion pass, including trading contents found in it, and even sharing max raid battles with players without the pass. There is a current update that just comes with the update. You don't have to get the expansion pass. As a part of the content update on January 9th, the Pokemon Slowpoke was added to the game in a small event in Wedhurst train station. Which, you know what? I haven't done yet. I forgot about that. I updated the game, I bought the DLC, and I haven't even done that yet. Wow, I need to do that. The Isle of Armor. The first content update is the Isle of Armor. The Isle of Armor is a giant island full of environments not seen in Galar before. You can find wave-swept beaches, forests, bogs, caves, and sand dunes. Comma. There's an exclamation point and then a comma. And then there are also plenty of Pokemon that make this island their home, living freely amid the lush natural surroundings. There's even a dojo here that specializes in some very particular training styles. You and your Pokemon take up an apprenticeship under the master of the dojo to train hard to become even stronger. We will go over the Isle of Armor. The Isle of Armor is the first of the expansion pass. I already read this. The expansion also adds new tutor moves, allows for apricorns to be made into Pokeballs, and introduces the EXP charm, which increases the experience points your team receives. The dojo contains restricted sparring and provides specific battles that restrict the Pokemon that you can use in various new conditions. And there is a load of new Pokemon. There is Kubfu and Urshifu, who we will go over. Some Pokemon got some new Gigantamax forms, including Rillaboom, Cinderace, and Inteleon, and of course Urshifu himself. And returning Pokemon, the most exciting part, honestly. I'm going to go through a list of returning Pokemon in the Isle of Armor. Psyduck, Golduck, Slowbro, Magnemite, Magneton, Chansey, Horsey, Seadra, Marill, Azumarill, Kingdra, Blissey, Happiny, Magnezone, Zorua, Zoroark, Larvesta, Volcarona, Fletchling, Fletchinder, and Talonflame, Dedenne, Rockruff, and Lycanroc. I assume both forms of Lycanroc are available. At least that we've seen so far. Oh man, like I just remember, like I haven't prefaced this enough. I remember the trailer that they released was so nice. All of the new stuff came so quickly, and it was a lot to handle. And I'm glad that I'm finally kind of going through and summarizing everything for myself mostly, but also for people who maybe got overwhelmed by the trailer, because there was a lot that they showed. There's also Slowpoke, Galarian Slowpoke, who is a water psychic type. Or no, just psychic type, no water. Normal is water psychic, a Galarian is just psychic. And you know what I guarantee you they're going to do? Alright, so hear me out. Avery, one of the new trainers, is psychic, and the other one, who I don't remember her name, is poison. I guarantee you they're going to make Galarian Slowbro maybe like just poison, and they're going to make maybe Galarian Slowking, or just psychic, sorry, and Galarian Slowking poison something, maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe, who knows what they'll be, honestly. We have no way of knowing. We don't really know too much about what's coming. Like in the next few, like all we know is stuff that we saw in the trailer. That's all we really know. We don't really know too much about exactly what's coming. We saw some screenshots. So honestly, I don't really have that much to talk about here. It's not like we have like loads of content to go over, but I can go over some of the things that we do know. For example, Kubfu is a new Pokemon, a new mythical Pokemon? Question mark? I think so. It is the Wushu Pokemon. It is a pure fighting type Pokemon, and it evolves into Urshifu, who has two different forms. The Simple Strike style and the Rapid Strike style. The Simple Strike style is fighting dark, and the Rapid Strike style is fighting water. And your Urshifu's form is dependent upon choices made during your adventure. That's all we know. And of course, Urshifu has Gigantamax forms based on its new, or based on both of its styles, which is fun. Real quick, I'm going to take a second. And I want to go over the Gigantamax forms of the starters. Before I do that, though, what do I think about Urshifu? It's cool. I mean, you know, it's a mythical, I think. Is it a mythical? I actually don't know if it's a mythical. It seems like a mythical. It probably is a mythical. I'm pretty sure I remember them specifically saying that it was a mythical in the trailer. But I don't remember. But it looks cool. I like it. It's very weird. It's like a bear, I think. I don't know. I mean, Kubfu is obviously a bear. He's adorable. He's got a little like tennis hat, like a tennis visor on, which is fun. I like that. He's very cool. He's very cute. He's very he's ready to go. I like that they're adding new fighting types. I'm excited about what they will offer and how good they will be. I assume they'll probably be pretty good considering they are mythicals. Or they might be mythicals. I don't know. Let me look it up, actually. Are they mythicals? I don't know. Maybe Cerebi doesn't say. Maybe Bulbapedia does. It's a legendary Pokemon. Okay. It's not even a mythical Pokemon. It evolves from Kubfu. Wow. Yeah, no, they're just legendaries. They are not... They're not mythicals. Okay, they're just straight up legendaries. That's fun. Well, that's another Pokemon, another mythical Pokemon that can evolve. Just like Cosmog. That's fun. I like it. Very cool. What does it say about the Crown Tundra? Here we go. All right. I'm gonna go over the new Pokemon that can Gigantamax. The starters. Wow, that doesn't exist. Page not found. Weird. Why does it not exist? What? Why can't I see Rillaboom? Rillaboom's page doesn't exist. Neither does Cinderace. Oh, I think because whoever put the links down put them to link the Sun and Moon Pokedex instead of the Sword and Shield Pokedex. Amazing. Well, let's look at the starters. Let's start with Rillaboom. I have to manually type it into Cerebi and figure it out because the links are broken. So if anyone on Cerebi is listening to this, please fix that. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, they put it into the Sword and Shield Pokedex or the Sun and Moon Pokedex instead of the Sword and Shield Pokedex, thinking that maybe it was just a mistake, probably. But Rillaboom has a new Gigantamax form, which is not available on its page. Amazing. Well, let me look at Gigantamax Forms. There we go. Gigantamax starters. Can't find anything. I guess I have to manually put it in. Gigantamax Rillaboom. Am I hallucinating? Did Rillaboom not get a Gigantamax form? No, okay, here it is. Expansion Pass Gigantamax Forms. Oh, here we go. There's a page on Cerebi for it. Jesus Christ. Okay. Also, I just realized I totally forgot that Blastoise and Venusaur got Gigantamax Forms, and it doesn't say it on the page. So that's another error. New Gigantamax Pokemon. It does not say that they have that. It only says Urshifu and the Sword and Shield starters. Anyway, Expansion Pass Gigantamax Forms. Venusaur has a giant flower. I love it. It's really funny. And Gigantamax Blastoise has like a full artillery on its back. Gosh darn. That's awesome. But yeah, I think it's only only natural that they give Charizard a Gigantamax form, as well as it's only fair that they give Blastoise and Venusaur a Gigantamax form too, and I'm glad that they are. Very fun, very very fun. I like them. Rillaboom also has one. There's some lore. We can actually read something here. Rillaboom's Gigantamax form is 91 feet tall. Cinderace's is 88 feet tall, and Inteleon's is 131 feet tall. Wow. Anyway, let's read a little bit of lore about these Gigantamax forms. Rillaboom's Tree Strump. Okay. Let me try that again. Rillaboom's Tree Stump Drum, say that 5 times fast, has grown rapidly to the point that it now resembles a small forest on its own. Gigantamax Rillaboom has merged with this forest of drums and become even more powerful. It can control its sticks as if it were its own limbs, and will demonstrate transcendental drumming techniques. So many words that are really hard to say in this lore. Gigantamax Rillaboom will focus completely on playing its drums, compelled by the power welling up inside it. The sound can reach across oceans and can be heard by those living in other regions. It's said that those who hear the beat will begin to dance uncontrollably, overwhelmed by a rhythm that surges from inside them. Wow. It's pretty strong. All right, Cinderace. The burning ball at Cinderace's feet has grown to massive proportions thanks to Gigantamax energy. If Gigantamax Cinderace kicks the ball using its well-honed techniques, its fighting spirit will possess the ball and cause the ball to pursue opponents as if it had a mind of its own. Wow. Gigantamax Cinderace boasts incredible leg strength. In fact, its legs are said to rank among the strongest of all Pokemon. Even without its gigantic Pyro Ball, it can deliver powerful kicking moves that overwhelm other Dynamax Pokemon. Cool. Gigantamax Inteleon. Inteleon has gained an extremely long tail thanks to Gigantamaxing. Its tail's length is said to be over 130 feet. While Gigantamax, Inteleon will stretch its long tail out and hold it straight to form a pillar, and Inteleon will take up battle position at the top. Pokemon has an incredibly sharp mind and calculates the precise effects that gravity will have on the trajectory of its shots, enabling it to be an extremely effective sniper. Inteleon has many hidden tools within its body, and these have also been enhanced due to Gigantamaxing. The nictating membranes on its eyes not only allow it to measure the distance to the target, they now let Inteleon detect temperature, air pressure, and even humidity. Inteleon is a skilled sniper as well, easily hitting a berry that's rolling around over 9 miles away. Gosh darn Inteleon. So yeah, Inteleon has a really long tail now and sits at the top like a sniper tower. That is the funniest Gigantamax form, I swear to God. And Cinderace is cool too. I like them all. I think they're all really cool. Alright. Let's see. So yeah, looking at the time frame for this episode, honestly, the time, this episode might be kind of shorter. I didn't expect it to be. I actually expected this episode to be pretty long. But like I said, now that I look on it, we don't really have that much to talk about. Also, I guess we don't actually know, what those forms are, but I'm curious about those forms of Gigantamax, or the different forms, Galarian, presumably Galarian, Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. We don't know, though. Let me see. Let's go over real quick the Crowned Tundra, and we will talk about the other things that happen in that area. The Crowned Tundra. The Crowned Tundra is a wide area which contains various mountain areas and small communities. In this area, there are various expeditions where you can go into Pokemon dens far beyond the areas seen in the wild area and the Isle of Armor. These dens include legendary Pokemon. New Pokemon is Calyrex, who we will go over in a minute. And returning Pokemon is much more than the Isle of Armor, mostly because they're all legendaries, or they're mostly legendaries. So there is Nidoran, Nidoran female, Nidorina, Nidoqueen, Nidoran male, Nidorino, and Nidoking, all the Nidos, Zubat, Golbat, and Crobat, Electabuzz, Slowking, and presumably Galarian Slowking, Elekid, Beldum, Meltang. Okay, I'm confusing. I am confusing. I can't talk. Do you hear that? I just messed up the word confusing like 3 different times. What is going on with me today? I'm so sorry. I confused Meltan with Metang. There we go. That is what I spent like 30 seconds trying to say. I'm so sorry about how horrible my English is today, I suppose. I think it's the fact that I'm sick and it's rotting my brain. Beldum, Metang, and Metagross, Gible, Gabite, and Garchomp, Electivire, Cryogonal, Amora, and Amoris, Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres, Raikou, Entei, Suicune, Lugia, Ho-Oh, Regirock, Regice, Registeel, Latias, Latios, Kyogre. I almost said Kyogre for some reason. I have no idea why I almost pronounced it like that. Kyogre, Groudon, Rayquaza, Uxie, Mesprit, Nazelf, Dialga, Palkia, Heatran, Giratina, Cresselia, Tornadus, Thundurus, Landorus, Xerneas, Yveltal, Zygarde, and the Tapus, Coco, Lele, Bulu, and Feeny. Jesus, that took way too much effort, apparently. And Calyrex, the weird cabbage head deer Pokemon, is a mythical? Question mark? Legendary. Actually, let me confirm that Calyrex is a mythical. It probably is a mythical. Let's see. Calyrex is a no, it's just a legendary Pokemon. Okay. Calyrex is the king Pokemon. That's fun. I like it. Okay. Also, apparently, I just realized that Calyrex is supposed to be a bunny and not a deer, like I originally thought it was. But it's, I can see why it looks like a deer. It looks like, I don't know what it looks like. Calyrex is a psychic grass. Pretty much all there is to say about it. It looks cool. I noticed that there was information about it on the official website for Pokemon Sword and Shield. See if they have a little bit of interesting information about it. Calyrex, a noble leader. This Pokemon ruled all of Galar in ancient times. Though it appears delicate in sight, its every move is filled with grace and dignity. It also has extremely high intelligence, and it's said to see every past, present, and future event. So we can actually go over. I didn't even know that they had some of this information on here. We can read some lore about the new Pokemon. Let's talk about Kubfu. This Pokemon is hardworking and strives to train both its body and mind. It uses each defeat as motivation, training itself with even more vigor after a loss in order to grow stronger. It has an organ that produces fighting energy in its lower abdomen. And before heading into battle, it will increase this energy through unique breathing techniques and intense focus. Wild Kubfu live in mountainous areas far away from the Galar region today, but it was once a species that called Galar its home. It's noted in historical texts that this species used to head to uncharted islands with people as they set out to trade or explore. Records suggest that Kubfu living in faraway mountains today have descended from Kubfu that have been naturalized through the distant lands they visited in their journeys. Cool. Let's talk about Urshifu. The different forms. Urshifu in the single strike style Urshifu in the single strike style favor battling without holding anything back. When enraged, they will mercilessly attack an opponent until it is utterly crushed. A single strike style Urshifu's movements are often direct and involve rushing forward in a straight line. It will keep its distance from the opponent at first, only to leap in close in an instant to deliver a powerful blow. Cool. Urshifu in rapid strike style maintain a calm demeanor, observing their opponents and measuring their strength while dodging attacks. Rapid strike style Urshifu will use flowing movements in battle to smoothly parry an opponent's moves and then overwhelm the opponent with a flurry of rapid strikes. And Gigantamax Urshifu. In the single strike style, Urshifu looks ready to bellow in fury. People call it both the very embodiment of rage and a divine emissary that banishes evil spirits with its fury. Wow. And Gigantamax Urshifu in the rapid strike style will quietly maintain its stance with a calm expression. When facing this Pokemon, it seems some will become greatly agitated, feeling as if the very depths of their soul have been exposed. Yet others report feeling a sense of relief as they've been cleansed of their evil spirits. Okay. And we already know about Gigantamax, all the Gigantamax Pokemon, the new Gigantamax starters. But let's look at Galarian Slowpoke, who we have some information about. I'm surprised that Cerebi hasn't done this yet. Put this on the list. The alluring Galarica spice. The Slowpoke of the Galar region used to eat the seeds of a certain plant that grew in their habitat, as this was their favorite food. The seeds were in fact Galarica seeds, used to this day as an essential spice for cooking. The Slowpoke and Galar built up particles of this spice in their bodies over several generations, eventually gaining the unique appearance and behavior they are known for today. Galarian Slowpoke spend their days wallowing on seashores and riverbanks without thinking about anything in particular. Once in a while, they might get a very sharp look in their eyes, but they will soon revert back to their zoned-out expression. It's thought that this behavior is caused by the accumulated Galarica particles stimulating the Galarian Slowpoke's brain, resulting in it thinking of something tremendous, only for the Galarian Slowpoke to immediately forget what it had just thought of. Okay, interesting. So, like, Galarian Slowpoke doesn't seem super interesting. Not very unique. It's just kind of Slowpoke, but a little different. But we will soon see what Galarian Slowbro and Slowking will show. I'm very excited about that. Let's see. Here we go. Expansion Pass Galarian Forms. Galarian Slowpoke. We saw a very slight hint at Galarian Slowbro and also Slowking. It seems to have like a purple and pink color palette. Looks very cool. Who knows what type? There'll probably be poison type, knowing the look of it. I mean, it may be psychic poison. That'd be fun. And then who knows? I don't know what either of them will be. Like I said, one of them might just be psychic. One of them might be psychic poison, or they might be psychic. They might both be psychic poison. Judging by their look, it probably seems they're going to be psychic poison. Who knows? And then something that I think surprised everybody: Galarian Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. Maybe. We don't know. We don't know exactly what this is, but it seems like Galarian Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. Like, Articuno has, like, laser goggles on, can zap ya. Looks very cool, very majestic. I love Articuno a lot. Galarian Zapdos is orange and looks more like a Roadrunner than anything. It can be seen running around on its legs, and it's very cool actually. It looks like a Roadrunner. I actually really, really like Galarian Zapdos. And Galarian Moltres is sick. It has like purple and pink flames with like a black body. Wow. Very, very cool. Let me see. I think we only have a few more things to talk about. Sorry, I'm just looking this up. We have some trainers to talk about. It doesn't say where they are. Where are they? Okay, well, there's Avery and Kiara, who Cerebi does not mention at all, apparently. But Avery and Kiara, and then are your new rivals, it seems, in the Sword and Shield DLC. And also Mustard, your trainer in that dojo they talked about in the Isle of Armor. Let me see if I can get the name. The dojo. Yeah, the dojo. That's all it's called. That's fun. I'm very excited about that. I don't really have much to say about the trainers themselves. Obviously, we will get to know them as more is revealed. That's all we pretty much know about them. That's all we pretty much know about everything that happened, except for one more thing that I'd like to talk about. Probably the most exciting thing to me. Are the new Pokemon being revealed? Let's see, where are they? I can't find them. I apologize. Let's see. Where are these new Pokemon being revealed? There's the new Regis. Or what we assume to be the Regis. Here we go. New Pokemon. There's the Regi Electric? The Electric Regi, and presumably the Dragon Regi? Maybe the Dark? I'm not sure, but oh my god, they look so cool. The bottom one kind of looks like Yveltal, is what I'm thinking. And now that I look at it, their symbols look like an X and a Y. I'm sure that's nothing to be concerned about. But oh my god, they look awesome! I'm so excited about this. You know, there was like that Regis temple they showed in the trailer. The areas just look beautiful, by the way. I'm not gonna go over the trailer in depth, but like I will say that like, oh, it looks beautiful. I'm so excited about this expansion, man. Like, oh, I can't wait. I'm so excited. Nothing else I really have to say, in all honesty. Obviously, we will talk more about things as they get revealed later, but I think I've pretty much covered everything. And if there is one thing that I forgot, I deeply apologize for it. But I think that is going to do it for me today. We're going to go over, we're going to do our last segment of the day, of the episode, and we're going to end it there. And last but not least, we're going to do the segment Move Tutor, which is everyone's favorite segment, where we talk about a random move every episode. And on the chopping block this episode is move number 581, Misty Terrain. Misty Terrain, also known as Mist Field in Japanese, is a non-damaging fairy-type move introduced in Generation 6. Sorry, I still can't read Roman numerals correctly. It is TM89 in Generation 8. So, Misty Terrain creates a terrain. No kidding. That envelops the field and replaces the background environment and any other terrain that is already in effect. The terrain fades after 5 turns. The terrain has the following effects on Pokemon that are on the ground and not in the semi-invulnerable turn of a move, like Dig, Fly, etc. It prevents affected Pokemon from being afflicted by non-volatile status moves. What does that mean? Non-volatile status moves are Burn, Freeze, Paralysis, Poison, Badly Poison, Sleep, and that's it. Okay, so all of those. So remember that. All of the sort of like Burn, Sleep, all that stuff. All those ones that can like that. This isn't Generation 6, by the way. If an affected Pokemon is drowsy due to yawn, it is prevented from falling asleep. Rest will fail if used by an affected Pokemon. It halves the power of Dragon-type moves used against affected Pokemon, regardless of whether the user of the move is affected by Misty Terrain. If Misty Terrain is effect, Nature Power becomes Moonblast, Secret Power uses the animation of Fairy Wind, and may lower the target's special attack, and Camouflage causes the user to become Fairy-type. Natural objects disappear and cannot be destroyed while Misty Terrain is in effect. In Generation 7, Pokemon affected by Misty Terrain can no longer become confused. If a Pokemon is holding a Misty Seed while the field is in Misty Terrain, it consumes the Misty Seed, and its special defense is increased by 1 stage. If a Terrain Extender is held by Misty Terrain... If a Terrain Extender is held when Misty Terrain is used, the terrain will last for 8 turns instead of 5. When a Pokemon with the ability Misty Surge enters a battle, Misty Terrain is automatically created, which lasts for 5 turns. If powered up by Farium Z into Z Misty Terrain, the user's special defense stat raises 1 stage. Misty Surge is, of course, the signature ability of Tapu Fini, and also the hidden ability of Galarian Weezing. Fun. Yeah, I figured it would be inevitable that we'd have to go over all of the terrain moves, or the terrain effects, I suppose. So there's Misty Terrain. Misty Terrain is sort of the fairy one. A lot of Pokemon can learn it. Actually, quite a lot. Misty Terrain is the only terrain that does not boost the power of moves of its own type. Wow, so Misty Terrain does not boost. You heard it here first. Misty Terrain does not boost fairy type moves. Interesting. Okay. Also, Misty Terrain has a PP of 10. And that's pretty much it. It is a beautiful move in contests. Wow, amazing. Anyway, sorry for this sort of unorthodox episode. Like I said, there's been a lot of problems going on. Hopefully those problems should be fixed as soon as possible. Hopefully I can get my computer to not crash. Thankfully, my computer did not crash at any time during the creation of this episode. That is amazing. That is good. I'm glad to hear that. And like I said, I'm very tired and I'm sick and a lot of things have been going on. I just started college, so like I said, you'll have to excuse me if this episode is a little bit messy. But nonetheless, I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you so much for listening. Be sure to follow me on my social media. Twitter.com/Lillieceon is the one that I use the most. I also stream on Twitch. I upload YouTube videos, all that stuff. And you can also check out the Twitter of Extreme Evocast at twitter.com/Extreme Evocast, or at Extreme Evocast on Twitter, I guess I should probably start saying, where you can get updates on when episodes are released. So if you're interested in that, give it a follow. Anyway, like I said, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!